Hey, Aloha Friday, everybody, and welcome back to SACE number 6 day. At least it's Aloha Friday here when I'm filming this. You may not be watching it on Friday. But you know, hey, yesterday was St. Patty's Day, so hopefully you didn't have too many barley pops and you're not too hungover today. I know I only had one, so I'm actually doing all right. But hey guys, I got some really exciting stuff to chat with you about today. We're going to talk about masterminding and the importance behind that. But before we get there, I want to recap what we talked about yesterday. What were the three most important things that we had taken away? Yours might be different in mine, but the ones I want to talk about is we learned that everything that we want is just a few conversations away as long as our words are aligned properly, right? That's the key. Everything you want is just a few conversations away. And we talked about having that conversation going on inside of you. Once that is crystal clear, every conversation outside of you just kind of comes out easy, like floating in the river of well-being. What was the second thing we talked about? People really want your products. What do I mean by that? You get paid by the value that you create in the world today. And everybody has an issue or a problem in their life. If you just talk to anybody, they'll gladly tell you about it, right? So what you want to do is you want to position yourself to help solve those little problems and those little issues. And the sooner you can get results for people, the better off it is for them, and the more money you'll get paid in the long run. So you take the small problems and the big problems, and either way you solve those, and that's going to be the value you bring to the world. What was the third thing? Third one was to take action. Take action by mean like click on the link below right now, dive right into the system, get this stuff going, and let's make it happen, because masterminding is such a huge part of this. We're going to talk about that. But I want to recognize somebody out there. So a lovely lady by the name of Rose actually emailed me back, and she created value for me. So thank you, Rose, for doing that. Now, I don't know Rose, but I will here very soon. In fact, because she reached out and created some value and helped me out, I'm actually offering her the chance to get on the phone at a live conference call with 6- and 7-figure earners, which is pretty cool to help her get her message going out there. So thank you, Rose. And that's just a prime example of exactly what it means by creating value for somebody. Like, I didn't even know what I didn't know, which, if you remember, is unconscious incompetence. I don't know what I don't know. So thank you, Rose, for being part of that and making it happen. So guys, by now you've figured out at least the marketing funnel, right? You've understand that we got to have A, traffic, you got to have 2, a blog, you got to have 3, you got to capture that information, 4, you got to put it in an autoresponder and build a relationship, turning those contacts into contracts and staying in front of them consistently. And then you got to send them to a sales funnel where you're selling something. We also learned yesterday too that creating value in the blog, value, sell value. That's what we're doing out there. So hey guys, before we dive into the mastermind stuff, I just want to tell you a little bit more about who I am. See, back in 2012, November actually, is when I claimed bankruptcy. And in January, February of 2013, I had a lot of free time, to say the least, to sit back and really start assessing what I want in my life. And in my room, in my office, everything for me starts on a whiteboard, like what's behind me here. And I started just putting my thoughts there and then flushing them out, which in my opinion is a huge key to success if you're taking notes out there. Is writing things down, getting them out so you can look at them, address them. Remember, knowledge, strategy, execute, feedback, and adjust accordingly. You start on a whiteboard, it allows you to do that. But on this particular day on the actual whiteboard, what ended up happening is I actually ended up writing down, what do I want in my next venture? I wrote down, it's got to be smart, it's got to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, targeted, and it's got to be my why. Written, harmonious, and yours, aka mine. And if you look at this list here in front of you, number 1 is it's got to be internet and computer based. It's got to have a product involved in it, whether it's my product or somebody else's product. It's something that I can do from anywhere in the world, which is the freedom, right? That's what freedom's about. It's got to make me money 24/7, because that's where you can really compound money over time. If you're making money sleeping, life is good. Of course, it's got to have some connection. It's got to be helping people serve a purpose in this world, because that's why I'm on this planet. That's why you're on this planet. That's where the connection's created. I got to be passionate about it, right? It's something I'm really, truly passionate about. And now I know, don't make fun of this, but I know residual is spelled wrong. It's one of my little things in life that I'm not the greatest at, which is spelling. So But there's two other things I left off that list looking back now. First one was the fact that, I wanted to have no liability. And the second, there's definitely no trailing liability. So at the end of the day, guys, I just wanted to share that with you because I found that. I found that in doing what I'm doing now and sharing this with you. And that's just a really cool thing, because the whole idea of that was, looking back at it now, was just freedom. I want freedom. I was tired of the mundane. I was tired of working 80, 90-hour weeks, making good money at the time until bankruptcy. But I was literally killing my soul and not having a life, and it caused a whole other plethora of issues we won't get into. But when I walked away and I looked inside, I started down a different path. A different path led me to here, and I'm just so grateful for that. So I'm going to talk about the 8-Figure Mastermind. It's actually called hashtag 8-Figure Mastermind, and you can actually find this on Facebook. Just put in hashtag 8FM. And what's cool about that is that you learn how to leverage my team. And this team is full of people from doctors to lawyers to regular people to networking people to people who just wanted to change. They got sick and tired of everyone that they're doing. In fact, by the time you get to watch the video, you might want to just plug into this system and actually make this happen, because there's so many people that are just like you and just like me that are out there that want that freedom, that they want that change. And so how do you leverage this in a mastermind? See, every Wednesday we end up meeting. We have 2 meetings actually. First one is about 50, 60, 70 people on a mastermind group that's led by Lawrence Tam, who is the creator of the 8-Figure Mastermind. He's 33 years old. He's a retired engineer. In fact, he has some really awesome stuff that he does. He goes to the movies on Monday in the middle of the day. He's at home kickboxing and stuff the other day. It was pretty cool to see. Really cool guy. Love hanging out with him. One of the benefits of talking to him is I've actually emailed with him some questions. He's actually got back to me. Now, how many multimillionaires do you know that you have on speed dial? Pretty cool, right? So by now you're figuring this out. What are the 3 most important things about having a business online? First one is traffic. Second one is capturing the information. And the third one is conversions, right? And so let's talk about these here a second. Then I've got a bonus coming up for you here. But in this 8-Figure Mastermind, which is full of people, of just amazing people, I've learned so much from them. Toby and Layla Black, my direct mentor, Joe and Brian, are just phenomenal. In fact, Rose is going to be talking with Joe here later on, so look out for that there, Rose. Blogging is traffic. Facebook is traffic. In fact, Facebook Live is a new thing. It's very similar to Periscope. It's been out for a while. I'm excited to start figuring out how to work that into what I'm already currently doing. YouTube, which I love. I have a YouTube account. Go to Derek Hendricks. Instagram, I have an Instagram account. I have a Twitter, and I have a Periscope. So what I found out, though, doing this stuff, and I actually plugged in and started doing all of these, is sometimes it can become a little cumbersome. So what you want to do is you want to find 2 that really fit you, and it fits for your medium, and it fits what's comfortable inside of you, because this is about you creating what you want to create for yourself, which is cool. I personally love the blogging, which is the key. The Facebook, which I really enjoy, is doing the marketing back there, and then the YouTube. Those are the 3 things that, in my opinion, for me, have been the most important. How did we talk about capturing that stuff? Well, this is the really cool stuff inside of here, guys. There's actually InstaBuilder. In fact, when you're watching this video, everything that's around it right now was actually built on InstaBuilder. That probably took me like 5-10 minutes to make, which is pretty wild if you think about it. That stuff used to take forever to make. Now they've made it so simple because it's just plug and play. Copyright, which is really, really cool. There's copyright. That's the actual copy, the information like we have in our emails, like what you read. That's the copy. There's access to a ton of that stuff in the 8-Figure Mastermind. That's the key. You have to get into the mastermind. And once you actually jump on my team, we start building your dream together, you actually end up having access to all of this. And of course, examples. They literally show you and walk you through step-by-step examples on how to do this stuff. Like right now, this video that I'm filming, this is a process that I learned to follow by watching the training. How cool is that? And of course, the last one here is the conversions. Emails, scripts, swipe, and social proof. Emails, which you're knowing about, obviously. That's building a new relationship with people so they keep coming back. Scripts. They literally have some scripts that they're kind of basically the basic stuff. What you can do is you can plug in the information about you and who you are, and then you can get it going immediately. I mean, guys, this is set up and ready to go. Benefit is you actually get to hang out and do what you want to do. Now, is there a few push-ups you have to do in the beginning, like Jim Rome said? Absolutely. You've got to learn something new. You've got to start changing some beliefs, but that's okay. Once you start doing that, you start plugging into the system, everything will be amazing. So let's talk about the scripts, and then let's talk about the swipes and the social proof. So when it comes to the swipes, literally what that is emails that come through or information that comes through. You can literally swipe it, copy it, and use it for you, because they're proven things by people who've made millions of dollars doing this. So they're sharing with you their system, how to get from point A to point Z in a much quicker fashion, which is really cool. And then the social proof, guys, that's the easy part. When you come to these 8-figure mastermind meetings we have every Wednesday night, you'll get a chance to talk to Lawrence Tam directly and ask him any question that you want. It's an open forum. You'll be part of the group itself. You'll be able to email these people. Every week, which is really cool, is Toby and Layla Black, who I believe have been doing this for about 6 years, have made a few $1 million. They're doing a 0 to millions, where every Friday at 8 o'clock Pacific time, they're actually doing a recording to talk about how they got from where they are to where they want to be. And those are all recorded, guys, and they're saved in there. You can go back and watch them and learn and then apply. You can gain some knowledge. You can come up with a strategy. You can apply what you learned, which is execution. You're going to get some feedback and then adjust accordingly. Are you guys seeing the rhythm that we get in here too? And of course, guys, the other part about this is I'm actually going to give you a bonus. The bonus is going to be a 30-minute coaching call with me. We're going to be able to talk about what you're currently doing. So we're going to assess your current situation. We're going to figure out what's working and what's not working. We're going to mastermind about some things that you can come up with to move forward. And then we're going to create some momentum like you've never felt before. So here's the best part. All you have to do that is just jump in and click down below. And you're going to jump in and you're going to hear from people like Tracy Walker, who was in real estate and lost everything and started over. You're going to hear from people like Michael Martin, who also, I believe, lost everything. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was a restaurant owner and lost everything and had to start over. And these guys just started over, like literally in the last 2 or 3 years. And so here's the thing about time, is that time will pass by. That's a guarantee. In 2 years from now, in 6 months from now, in a month from now, you are still going to be you. That's one of the biggest lessons I learned in life, is that wherever you go, there you are. That's never going to change. The only thing that can change is you making a choice and changing yourself. Getting down to the core. Getting down to who you really are. And making that change now. And making it happen. Jumping in the system, clicking below. Start hanging around with people that have done this stuff. And they've done it, and they want to share it with you, which is really cool. And guys, here's something that's really, really cool, is the fact that you can do this pretty much risk-free. There's a 2-week trial period to jump in and try this stuff. I believe it's $9, if I'm not mistaken. And to have a blog a month is only $25. You get all this amazing stuff. You still get to be a part of the 8FM. You still get to jump in and have access to a ton of this stuff here. There's so much training that's available out there to you immediately. You could plug and play within the next 72 hours. You could spend this weekend, assuming it's a weekend where you're at, and you can plug into the system and have a business up and going 100% within 72 hours. So guys, take a chance, click below, because the reality is that time's gonna pass you by. You've gotta make a change. You've gotta quit doing what you're doing. There's a great saying, if I knew then what I know now, what would I do differently? If I knew then what I know now, what would I do differently? So jump in, click the button below. But here's the thing. I only want somebody to reach out and get on my team that's actually looking for change. Because if you're not looking for change, if you're not tired of the mundane day-to-day stuff, and you're just like, you know what, I love this. I love being stuck where I'm at. I love the fact that I'm not really going to go anywhere. I love the fact that I want to work in my job every morning from 9 to 5. I love the fact that I don't want to go on vacation. I love the fact that I don't ever want to push myself outside of my limits. You know, today is actually Albert Einstein's birthday, which is really cool because I consider that guy a mentor. I love his quotes, and one of my favorite quotes he has is that imagination is everything. And if you can imagine yourself being able to literally work from anywhere in the world that there's an internet connection and do this business, what kind of freedom will that bring to you? how would you spend your time? What would you end up doing? Just imagine having to not wake up in the morning and get out of bed when you want. Go do what you want. Maybe watch movies on Monday mornings like Lawrence does. That is so funny. So hey guys, click the link below, plug into the system. I'll end up getting an email and let me know you're there, just like Rose. Rose reached out to me. Thanks again, Rose. I really appreciate that. Until then, guys. Oh, you know what? Tomorrow is day number 7. Siete, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, yeah, siete. Anyways, tomorrow we're going to talk about literally plugging into the system, and we're going to talk about how you can create a business from your laptop on the beach while you're drinking out of coconuts, having drinks, cool breeze in your hair, hearing the waves roll up, having the waiters or waitresses come over and wait on you while you or your family or friends are playing by the pool and you're just hanging out. A couple hours a day of work once you have the system set up, and you can go do whatever it is you want to do. And everything will be all right. So I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Take care, guys. Aloha. Click the button now. It's important you jump in now. That way we can hang out tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.